make it rain, baby! Yeah, baby! Hit me with your best shot! Oh yeah, baby! Hit me with your best shot! Yeah! Do it! Do it! I want it in my mouth now! Woo, woo, woo!
Buy this car to drive to work to pay for this car. Buy this car to drive to work.
Welcome to Yellow Brick Road. I am Jordan, and today we're going to listen to Timmy, Luke Rutkowski, aka 9/11 Boy, and a random lady running for office in Florida talk about Epstein stuff because I thought it was very interesting. But first, don't forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Check them out, read them, share them, then donate. All of it is very much appreciated. Also, please check out the Discord link if you want to join that, where you can have any opinion you want about Epstein, Charlie Kirk, Gaza, Israel. Let your opinions be known. Just no pornographic images or something grotesque. I was going to say my intro, but whatever. Also, I will source this video in the description box if you want to check it out for yourself. You can see the timestamp on screen. 50 minutes, 52 seconds. It's all yours. Pause. All right. So, there's not much to say. I just want to watch this and kind of talk as we're going over it. I know the title of this video that I'm using is about Nick Sorter getting arrested and then going back into Portland trying to instigate fights with gay frogs. You know, it's okay. It is what it is. But the main topic here is in the middle of this live stream, Timmy, Luke Rutkowski, and the random hot chick from Florida having a discussion about Epstein. Without further ado, here we go.
Is that Trump has handled this so miserably that it's actually inflamed the issue. There was, and Dan Bongino and Cash and Pam have handled this miserably. And I consider them, Cash and Dan, to be, well, Cash is a friend. Dan, I know a little bit. He's a good dude. I respect them. They're friends of the show. They've handled this so poorly. They have made it
director of the FBI.
And I wonder why that is.
Okay.
And then Donald Trump says it's a hoax. I don't know why that is. And now I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm not playing any games. This is weird. Dan Bongino could have come out and said one very simple thing that would have put the story to rest like that. If he looked into the camera and he said, guys, we're working on this Epstein investigation. You can trust me on this one. It may take some time, but we're going to get to the bottom of this one. Please, just be patient. Story gone.
Yeah.
Instead, they come out and they're
Timmy
like,
trying to
there's
be
nothing here.
have a
It
manly
never
voice, I
happened.
guess.
Donald Trump comes out. It's a hoax. And now we're all going, does he want this to be the biggest trending story in the world?
Yep.
Because this don't make sense.
Yep. No blackmail. He totally took his own life. Nothing to see here. Don't talk about it. You're a weakling if you do, which is just absolutely absurd.
I'm like, anybody who sat down for 10 seconds of marketing 101 would have been like, here's what you do. Say, if you want to make this the biggest trending story, say this. And then they went, you got it. Went out on TV and said everything they said.
Did he win?
I think there's a lot of internal pressure from the intel agencies telling them you're not going to talk about this and that's it. And I think that really shows us the true structure of power in Washington, D.C., because it also highlights how it's not just
Luke.
Trump who's in charge here. Someone clearly else is. Trump previously helped out the victims.
I disagree.
Yeah.
There's been...
By the way, this will be a theme because Luke just challenged how much power Trump has, and Timmy has to stop him. This might be a theme. Or maybe I'm lying. I don't know. Here we go.
Else is. Trump previously helped out the victims.
I disagree.
Yeah.
There's been
didn't do that either.
actual reporting behind the scenes that the issue is, and I think this makes the most sense because this is what I was arguing beforehand. It's not so much that he's using this against the deep state or whatever. That's wishful thinking on mega side.
But even if he is, that's evil.
But it's not what he's doing. What it is that
Yeah.
as we
Well,
already
we're
saw,
here.
he was saying that
We're
Elon
fucking
Musk was
here.
named it.
Wait. Because here's the wreckage of this. He begins by refuting, right? He refutes Alex Jones's theory, right? But then what he ends up doing is reiterating Alex Jones's theory that Trump is worried that the economies will crash, the world's social order will collapse because there's so many well-known or powerful people that are caught up in this Epstein stuff that it'll fuck the world over, right? That's Alex Jones's theory. Now, you audience,
That would be.
we heard this already, Dubster. I want the audience to tell me, am I tripping when when it sounds like and feels like Timmy is just repeating the same fucking theory, kind of in a different way? And also,
No, that's not what's happening.
what do you mean?
This is where he says that. So, Tim said, no, that's not what's happening. And then Luke says, well, if it is, that's evil, right?
Yes, I was going to make a note of that as well. Luke says, if that was the case, that's evil. But Timmy's going to kind of say the similar thing. And Luke should be like, well, that's evil then. Like, okay. What difference does that make? But you guys, please, I'll rewind it again and let it play. Here we go. I'll shut up.
Instead, they come out and they're like, there's nothing here. It never happened. Donald Trump comes out. It's a hoax. And now we're all going, does he want this to be the biggest trending story in the world?
Yep.
Because this don't make sense.
Yep, no blackmail. He totally took his own life. Nothing to see here. Don't talk about it. You're a weakling if you do, which is just absolutely absurd.
I'm like, anybody who sat down for 10 seconds of marketing 101 would have been like, here's what you do. Say, if you want to make this the biggest trending story, say this. And then they went, you got it. Went out on TV and said everything they said.
Did he win?
I think there's a lot of internal pressure from the intel agencies telling them you're not going to talk about this and that's it. And I think that really shows us the true structure of power in Washington, D.C., because it also highlights how it's not just Trump who's in charge here. Someone clearly else is. Trump previously helped out the victims.
I disagree.
Yeah.
There's been some actual reporting behind the scenes that the issue is, and I think this makes the most sense because this is what I was arguing beforehand. It's not so much that he's using this against the deep state or whatever. That's wishful thinking on MAGA side.
But even if he is, that's evil.
But it's not what he's doing. What it is that, as we already saw with the news saying that Elon Musk was named in it, it's bad for the stock of these companies to even have your name in any way in it, even if it passively mentions your name. There are people who associate with Epstein but didn't go to the island who are going to be named in these documents as having traveled with Epstein or partied with him. And Trump, my understanding is the reporting was Trump said it's going to hurt a lot of people. A lot of people are going to get hurt who didn't do anything wrong, and that's why he doesn't want to put it out.
Yeah, but we have discernment.
Pause.
Yeah, go ahead.
So that's not what he's doing. He's not blackmailing people. He's just saving them from getting tarnished. So he's protecting them?
He's saving the good ones that are also in the files. That's the logic of it.
So he's not blackmailing the bad guy. He's saving face for the good guys that just aren't in the mix of it.
Okay. It's not that Trump's worried about the stock. Like, okay, if these guys are actually in the files for bad reasons, right? Let's say they got caught on camera with a kid or whatever the fuck, right? Something bad. It's not that he's stopping it because those guys are powerful people and the stock markets will crash, right? It's more so that there's people that aren't a part of the weird, creepy stuff that are in the files, though, like named at least, and because of that, the stock market will crash. That's the logic that Timmy just fucking told me. Now,
it's not
you would think that they'd be like, all right, well, here's only the bad guys. If they're good guys, we redact them, right? We don't show their names, even like bare minimum, right? Don't show their names, don't even talk about them. Just point out the bad guys that did bad things, right?
Hold on. So when Luke said it would be bad to use it for blackmail.
Yep. It'd be evil, he said.
Timmy can't see that covering up for the good guys, which protects the bad guys, would also be evil.
Timmy might for all we know, Timmy might be saying there are no bad guys. And it's just like all just name mentions. Like the Elon Musk thing, although that can imply some bad stuff right there. But there's no proof of like guilt, right, in regards to anything. It says, hey, can we get Elon to come to the island on this date? Is that still happening?
So yeah,
Right?
Bill Clinton
It
just
implies
been to the
kind of
island
guilt.
26 times to go swimming.
But I'm saying, like,
He liked the beach.
see, like, now I think I got nothing to say. Like, I'm thinking, like, okay, maybe, I'm trying to be fair, right? Timmy's logic, damn, what if Elon was going to go but didn't go? Or what if Elon never met the people but was mentioned anyways and he gets in trouble for that? Like, well, why not just explain that? Why not investigate that? Make it simple.
Yeah.
Or let's say, like, I know Elon's innocent. Redact his fucking name. Pretty simple, right?
We're past that.
But it's honestly at the core of it, it's the Trump administration saying, we don't trust you guys. Meaning the people that voted for me, I don't trust you. Which is the way of saying, I don't like you. Seriously. Like sociologically and psychologically speaking, what does that mean when he's like, yeah, if I showed you this, you guys would run amok and pitchfork the fucking country. Stock markets would crash and all that shit. Also, like, what does that mean? Stock markets would crash? What does that mean? Are you saying, like, the biggest heads of industry are all attached to Epstein somehow? Wouldn't that be a problem itself? Or, like, very weird? Right? So,
Yeah. What? Then I mean, that's it, the idea. The idea we've always heard is there's a barrier to level of fame, and you got to do something corrupt to cross that barrier. Now you're saying that barrier.
or maybe you just met the guy. Maybe you just met the guy. Who knows? The problem is, you're telling everyone, I don't trust the people that, the beautiful America, I do all this for America, the beautiful American people. You don't trust any of them. That should be telling on its own, honestly. And also, Timmy defending it should also be put in question. Because Timmy's just one of us. He wears beanies and fucking, you know, whatever, plaid shirts. He skateboards. Yeah.
But there is that idea of I'm your savior. I know better.
I've been screaming that since the beginning of this YouTube fucking channel, Dubster, that people think that way. But
trust me, but I don't trust you because I haven't told you anything. You don't have the information, so why would I trust you? You're a fucking blank slate. I haven't given you the information because it's too damning for you to see, but I can see it.
Bro.
So, trust me. How could I trust you? You know nothing.
Listen, Trump goes out there.
I can trust you to know nothing. I can trust you to know nothing. That's where I can trust you. I can trust you to know nothing.
Listen, Trump goes out there kissing babies and, oh, you know, the people, all that shit, right? But meanwhile, if an asteroid was heading towards Earth and he knew it, he's not telling you.
There is an asteroid heading towards Earth.
You know what I mean, though? The point of it, where it's like, maybe we can stop this thing, maybe we can't. Either way, you're not going to find out, because if we tell you guys are fucking monkeys, and you're gonna destroy the fucking world around you. Now, granted, dark ideas. You got to be real, though. I can see that idea playing out. Or someone thinking that at the very least, of like, hey, if shit goes sideways, I can see motherfuckers grabbing AKs and just like, fuck it, just going crazy, bro. Zombie apocalypse shit. But at the same time, don't pretend to be something you're not. Otherwise, fuck right off. Not that he's that guy at all, right? He's full of shit, right? This guy's full of shit. Trump is full of shit. Timmy's full of shit. And Luke actually seems like he's talking normal, like a regular person might be thinking, like, yo, then that's evil, right? That's bad. You can't do that. But Timmy's gonna come out here and fucking. Timmy is a 350-pound left tackle, and he's blocking. He's protecting the blind side, bro. That's his job for a living. By the way, that was Charlie's job too. These guys were blind side fucking blockers. You can't blindside the fucking quarterback. The quarterback is whatever establishment figure you want to think of, or the establishment itself. God.
Okay, think about this. They put on the news somebody's robbing a bank. He takes some hostages.
Someone's what? Robbing a bank? Okay.
Yeah, he takes some hostages in the bank. Billy Bob walks by, sees into the bank that is being robbed, and there's some hostages. Billy Bob reports it to the police.
Mm-hmm.
We're allowed to talk about Billy Bob on the news. He witnessed a crime. They don't hide that.
Yeah, but you know,
So-
the respectful thing would be like, do you want to be seen on TV? Do you want your name on TV? On and on and so forth, right? But I think you're going somewhere else. Go ahead. Unless I broke your point.
I'm saying it's he doesn't like he doesn't get treated like a snitch program. He doesn't get like protective custody or what do they call it? The
Witness protection.
yeah, witness protection. They don't do that for that. It's not even considered. It's just like you're somebody that you came to the police, you told us you're on TV.
Oh, no, okay. If he went on TV and said, hey, man, I'm fucking Bob, you know, that's different. But if he's, like, anonymous, you should respect that he's anonymous, I think, until he, like, comes forth himself, because he's not doing anything wrong, right? He's just being a witness of something, and maybe doesn't want reporters outside of his house or outside of his job or some shit like that, right? But I get what you're saying. Like, they could probably just do it anyways. Right? It'd be fucked up, but they could just do that. But, okay, what point were you going with? Where are you going with that?
Well, that was my point. Like, they don't, like, they wouldn't be like, oh, you need to be in witness protection.
Oh, okay, protecting,
No.
like, regular citizens or whatever? Yeah, nah.
Right. Like,
Fucked.
your name would be on, when it comes to court, your name would be clear as day on the fucking transcript. Yes, I saw him through the window holding all these people hostage. And then I called the police.
Well,
Wouldn't be anonymous.
well, it's relative because we're stupid. That's the real answer, Dubster. It's unfortunate, but that's the case. As in, if you're a witness to like a triple homicide, but it's in some small town that no one's ever heard of, no one cares about, right? You might not get witness protection shit, right? Or no one might, like, no one's gonna care. But if it's for, like, you know, this guy murdered 3 fucking, you know, judiciary people, or 2 lawyers and a judge, right, in a major city, now all of a sudden it's important, right? And you get treated differently, and maybe you get witness protection because you witnessed the mob doing something crazy. It's all relative. It's like straight up is. We pretend it's not, but it is. Either okay, we're getting way off the fucking thing. Let's watch Timmy and how he handles, because right so far Luke's not having it necessarily. He's leaving room right now, I think, but let's see when he gets actually like pushed and the room is going against him, if that makes sense. Here we go.
A lot of people are going to get hurt who didn't do anything wrong, and that's why he doesn't want to put it out.
It's a
but
stupid
we have
reason.
discernment as American citizens, and if you're associated and if you actually did horrible things, you should be held accountable, especially when you do them to children. And this
the
president of saying, yeah, you could hurt children, but if you're powerful enough, we'll let you get away
Except
with it.
that's
But the
not
point
what
about-
was
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
The reporting behind the scenes
It's
is
the action.
that there are people like Elon Musk who was reportedly named in the Epstein files. Why? Because at some point he crossed paths at a party with Epstein.
Yeah, but
The argument is,
Go ahead,
paused.
Dubster. No, go ahead. Go ahead, please.
But that's the thing they actually did release.
Wait, what?
They released who they're saying is innocent on this.
They released that Elon Musk was innocent? I didn't even hear that. Okay.
No, of the stuff that was released, what they're saying was that whole list thing. We got like 7 names, 3 Republicans and 4 Democrats.
Oh, okay.
Bill Gates. Of that, they're saying everybody there is innocent. So
Well,
you
that wasn't from the White House,
actually-
though. That was an oversight committee.
It was
Right?
leaked.
Oversight
Oh,
committee.
so the Republican-controlled oversight committee on Trump's side.
I think that was Democrat run, that thing in particular.
No. Republicans control both House and Senate.
Okay, but okay, maybe you're right.
Means they're majority.
Okay,
They're majority
the
of
account
all
I saw,
committees.
the account I saw released that information when I first saw it was labeled at least Democrat oversight committee thing or whatever the fuck. So maybe
Yeah,
I'm getting it twisted. God.
Unless it's a leak. If it's a leak, that's different. But if it's from the committees, both House and Senate are Republican controlled right now, so all committees are Republican controlled.
Fair enough. Fair
Anyway.
enough. Good.
So you release to the public who you're saying is innocent. And you're still keeping who's guilty secret.
Well, I'm
Wrecked.
well,
Just what Tim is saying, wrecked.
I say fair enough, but me personally, I look at this and I'm like, why the fuck is Elon so special in regards to any of this? Or Bill Gates so special in regards to any of this? Why are those guys special? If it was one of our names, guess what? We're getting fucking tagged and fucking handcuffed, most likely. So it's like, why are these guys fucking special? Why?
If rich people get indicted, we get probable cause.
Well, it's screaming. It's unfair. They're screaming it's unfair.
Yeah.
Meaning if it was my Discord in the list and not Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, whoever the fuck, right? It's not those big names. It's my Discord. Guess what happens to us? We're fucked. And it's like, how the fuck is that? Like, who gives a fuck if? Oh my God, Elon Musk has to be questioned about all this. Hey, what was the nature of you meeting with Epstein? Why is it such a bad? I get the whole sensationalism of celebrities and politics and all that shit. I understand that, but guess what? If your populace can't handle that, as Luke was even saying, right? I'm like, yo, they can handle this. I'm not so convinced by that personally, but at the same time, don't pretend like you do trust them, but keep shit away from them at the same time. Be real about it. That's all. Just be real. Like, hey guys, we don't trust you, or hey guys, I'm not sure this guy's innocent or guilty. Let's look at it. How are we losing either? Like, that should be fine either way. But Timmy's gonna work his ass off, and this other girl.
You don't
Forgive me for not knowing her name.
You don't
but
think
they're gonna work hard against what Luke is saying, essentially. I think, or from what I remember. But yeah, God.
You don't think the guilty people are going to say they're innocent?
I expect that. I expect
Right?
that. But guess what? That's what investigations are for. Once again, Dubster, if our names were in that file, right, and things were fair, but like, investigate us. Investigate us. Serious, like, if I was on the outside, like, yeah, investigate Jordan. Investigate Dubster. I'd say that. Now, am I going to leap to the conclusion because I saw Dubster's name or Jordan's name in there? Like, yeah, they're guilty. I'm not doing that either. And I see that as a potential problem. I really do. But to work so hard to cover up something when you don't even know if me or Dubster is guilty of anything is crazy. Isn't that crazy? Am I tripping? Based on their own logic, it's fucking batshit. Because they're blowing up boats in Venezuela. We don't have a fucking investigation on that shit, do we? Are there congressional hearings? Are they deciding who's guilty, who's innocent? Do they have names for us? They're just blowing shit up. And yet they want us to be like, hey man, we gotta be careful. We gotta be careful here. You could hurt someone's feelings if we do this. At the same time. And fuckface Timmy's gonna be here defending it. And this other lady. Like, what sense does that make? In reality. Like, actually in reality. Does that make sense? It doesn't. It's insulting our intelligence, actually. But, okay, let's try to let this play as far as it can go without pausing. I'm sorry, I get too pissed. I want to say something, bro. Here we go.
The files are going to come out. It's not going to expose who you want it to, but it's going to have names in it of people who have worked like in some way with Epstein or financed him. Unbeknownst to them, he was doing these things. That's the argument.
Well, I think it's null and void. I think it's null and void because the documents have already been released that Elon's in there, Peter Thiel's in there. But there's also, as Elon said specifically,
not a bad point,
major left-wing backers. We're talking about Bill Gates. We're talking about Bill Clinton being on the plane as children are being hurt in the back, which Bongino was talking about years ago.
Why I'm in favor, and I would agree with Massey and say we should vote to release these things. And I put the responsibility on Trump and his team for failing this miserably.
Do you think that was right, though, from the media perspective, to include Elon in that particular article that they did, where he specifically fought back and said, this is ridiculous.
So
they tried to paint him as the villain of this story when that wasn't the reality.
So I talked about this latest release, and it was heavily biased against Republicans. And I said, this is why Trump needs to release it. Because the Democrats picked out Steve Bannon. They picked out Peter Thiel. They picked out Elon Musk. Those people should have some answers. But there's other people.
Once again, the narratives on the outside were about Thiel, Musk, and Bannon. But what I read, as in, like, looked at the fucking screenshots of these things, I saw the Bill Gates on their fucking list. Like, what are we talking about? Like, okay, once again, there's PR statements, right? Where it's like, okay, you're being biased because you have sides picked already. Then there's, like, actually looking at it. It's like, I saw Bill Gates, I saw Bill Gates' name before the other fucking guys' names. Straight up. Or, I think Bill was in there, right? Bill Clinton was in there as well. So, like, why are we whatever.
That Mitchell guy.
George Mitchell.
I forgot who
is he a Republican or a Democrat? I don't know. I know of the guy's
apparently
name.
Democrat.
Okay. Either way. Like, I thought the point was, like, fuck sides on this issue right here because kids are being hurt. I thought that was the idea of it from most people, right?
I mean, I don't care if Lindsey Graham is on there. I mean, didn't you hear? I mean, Lindsey Graham.
You already hate Lindsey Graham. I don't want to hear that shit. You already want to get rid of that fool, bro. If you see Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham, you're like, yeah, they were definitely on that shit, bro. They're definitely there. You're already looking to get rid of those fools. But all right, let's keep going. Sorry.
As the villain of this story when that wasn't the reality.
So I talked about this latest release, and it was heavily biased against Republicans. And I said, this is why Trump needs to release it because the Democrats picked out Steve Bannon. They picked out Peter Thiel. They picked out Elon Musk. Those people should have some answers. But there's other people
oversight
that
guys,
were also involved here that are major Democratic donors, major big players. And for some reason, we're protecting Bill Clinton, who, according now to two sources, knew children were being hurt and was there and was an accomplice to the crime. Why protect Bill Clinton?
It's completely obvious. The Epstein files are going to implicate people that are important to Donald Trump for whatever reason. He doesn't care if they did good, bad, or otherwise. The right wants to win a war against the Democrats. Trump doesn't want to allow them in any way to gain power. And I got to be honest, I'm terrified of them gaining power. I'm in favor of releasing these documents. But again, Trump is saying nothing to see here because he wants power and doesn't want Democrats to get power.
But he's losing
So Timmy, you
it's
agree then?
justifiable.
Yeah, you agree then, Timmy, right? This is your skateboarding, beanie wearing fuckface. This is your punk rocker right here. I was like, yo, well, you know, come on, guys. The stock markets. Come on, guys. Giving power to Democrats. Get the fuck out of here. Who fell for this shit, bro? I'll rewind and let it play. I'm sure. Shut up, Jordan. Just let it play. Here you go.
Democrats.
Enjoy
Trump
your
doesn't
dumb
want to allow
fuckery.
them in any way to gain power. And I got to be honest, I'm terrified of them gaining power. I'm in favor of releasing these documents. But again, Trump is saying nothing to see here because he wants power and doesn't want Democrats to get power.
But he's losing so much political capital and power by doing so.
No, he's
yes,
not.
he is.
No,
Absolutely, he
Well,
is.
then
No
what-
one
there's
actually
so
cares.
much
This
to-
will affect the
No, it won't.
midterms, in my opinion. It will.
I doubt it.
There's a lot of people that are libertarians that never voted in this last election
They're
that only
also-
voted for him, that were in the middle because he came out and his staff came out and said, we're going to release everything.
But
right?
barely anyone's talked about Epstein
This
since
is-
Kirk
Yeah,
got
because
shot.
you guys are you're
Secretly like a decent point. But also, like Timmy, you could do this every day if you wanted to. You could bring up Epstein every fucking day. You could bring Luke on and bring up Epstein every day if you wanted to. Charlie could have.
Would you say?
Charlie Kirk could have brought up Epstein every fucking day if he wanted to. Because it was a big topic as far as people concerned, like people like looking into the story. I think even regular people were actually caring about that story, about Epstein. Pretty sure. So you could have brought you guys could have brought this up every day, but this is why you guys get paid the big bucks to not bring it up every day. Duh. That's why you're at where you're at, because you don't bring that shit up every day. And thus the story just dissolves. It goes away. Like, come on. Like, I'm sorry. I think I've been seeing this go on throughout years of giving some sort of attention to politics. Stories come and they go. Pause, I think. Whatever.
All right.
There is no, like, statue built on any topic I've seen so far. Even when it comes to the most salacious story of all time. Like, billionaire dude connected to other billionaires and other celebrities, even governments he's connected to. And apparently he's raping young girls and passing them out to other celebrity, rich, billionaire, whatever the fuck people. And yet the story somehow fizzled. How does that happen? Yes, it's on the internet. I'll give you that, right? Where Luke and his audience, I'm sure they talk about this every so often or whatever the fuck, right? But in reality, it's like, yo, the story's like kind of done. It's kind of like, kind of, move on. Hey, God's a peace deal. Move on. This is what fucking
All right.
happens. Seriously. So it's like,
Let me pose this question.
Yeah.
Okay. For the audience and for like a way of thinking, we react to this one different than I did the first time we watched this. Just because I'm thinking about it right now.
okay.
How many political points are worth a single child being raped?
I don't even know what that means. How many political points?
Well, they said this is Trump's power and he needs political points. So, how many political points are worth a single child being raped?
I
What
think
if there's
I
50?
think I get what you're saying, but like I pointed out like kind of the opposite idea of that, where it's like, what if he points out like, yeah, Bill Gates did this, we caught him. Guess what? They're building statues of Trump in Times Square
No.
and Washington monuments, wherever. They're building fucking statues of that guy after he does that.
Right. No, I'm going with Tim's argument. It would cost politically to keep going into this. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
How many points are worth a single child being raped.
Morally, you don't have an argument. Like, not you. I'm saying like that person wouldn't have an argument, right? If they tried to make that case for political points. Morally, no. But even then again, like PR wise, they'd win the world. They would. Motherfuckers would be calling this guy a fucking saint. They would.
If they prosecuted, like, and went through with prosecuting the Epstein list.
If they showed to the public to an nth of a degree that we are actually going after this case and we're finding, like, here's a name, here's a guy who did some shit, and we got him, and we're arresting him, and we're going after him. If they show a modicum of that, guess what? They might build statues. If they actually get something done, they will build bigger statues. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the political capital in regards to all this is, it's top tier. It's just like Trump getting on camera and say, you know what, BB? Fuck you. He's going to win the world over. He'd win. But he can't do it because that's not what they're in a business. They're running the business plan. He can't do that. Just like I think with Epstein. There's a business plan. You can't fucking go against it. You can't do it. Not that guy. Not that fucking cunt. He can't do that. We could do that, right? As people, we could do that. But that guy can't. And something tells me, although it's degrees further away, Timmy can't either. It's like this lady can't. And probably like Charlie couldn't. Honestly. But let's keep playing. Here we go. My volume died? What the fuck? Oh, I think I lagged. Oh, I'm lagged out. What the fuck? Can you hear me? Oh, I'm so lagged out. Oh my god. God bless the internet. YouTube. See, when my signal dies, hopefully you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. When my signal dies over here, they can't hear me, but you guys can hear me because I'm recording, not internet-based. Oh, my whole internet died. Okay, I can't even do anything right now. Don't worry, I don't edit. All good. Oh, this one's dead. Yeah, my whole shit's dead, bro. So, I'm gonna get kicked from... Full screen it again. I'm gonna get kicked from the call. See, in certain neighborhoods... yeah. Don't worry, I'll stay with you. Don't worry. I will not unrecord right now. See, I have a conspiracy here. Sometimes they cut off the internet in certain areas at certain times of night because of you don't pay enough, or I don't know, you don't have enough money, or no one cares about your fucking neighborhoods. I'm sure like that. The quiet conspiracy theory. But you know what? We're gonna ride this out. That's a major pause. Major pause. But no one in Discord can hear me except you guys. Damn, what do I say? Timmy. That guy's been on my shit list for a very long time. He's been full of shit for many years. There are videos I could have made forever and ever about Timmy Pool, but have not done them because I don't know. I get caught up in trying to be, not trying to be, but it's just being natural. Where it's like, okay, I see this, I want to talk about it. Versus like, all right, I want to shit talk my friend about this video I watched. And there are times where Timmy says something wild. I think I'm coming back right now, actually. There are times where Timmy says something wild. and I'm like, I don't know how to explain it. I think it's a mask-off IQ test
Well,
type of thing.
I hope
Yeah,
a girl doesn't have a beard.
What?
I hope a girl doesn't have a beard.
No, I'm not saying just like for not literally beards. I'm being serious. Like he said, like right there.
What did I walk into?
I switched the subject. Sorry, you're back now. Though.
Hey,
Topic.
tell him.
Just that wonderful speech he gave to the generals. I actually like listened to it, a lot of it.
Hexeth or Trump or both?
Both. Well, I haven't really listened to Trump. I was more focused on Hexeth. Like the salesman style like pitch he threw at these generals. It was the weirdest shit I've ever seen. I know we talked about it briefly, but like I didn't know if you guys talked about it more. Yeah, but anyway.
I didn't see nothing on it.
Well, you should.
I remember you guys bringing it up for like 3 seconds.
Yeah, we watched it. It was weird.
Oh, you did? I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah, that shit was creepy.
I think Hexeth is a weak man.
For sure.
I think he's suffering from that weak man syndrome.
I was more like what was actually said, not him as a person. Just like those standards and like wanting to change it like to male standards only, just stuff like that. I didn't know they were making that many changes to the military.
I am very sure that there are plenty of girls in the military that would beat the living shit out of that fucking fool.
Well, yeah, I know that.
Very
I'm just
convinced
saying,
by that.
it's not really about him though. It's just like like for me at least. It's not about like whether or not a woman can beat up Pete Hegseth. It's just like I didn't think he was giving that much of a directive, like to change the standards that much. It was just wild to me. I just didn't know that.
That's fair enough.
Like military
but I can't help but look and see what the fuck I'm looking at.
I can look at both things. So I'm saying, yeah, Pete Hegseth is all of those things, and like I think he's a weak man, as well as what the directive said. He's just a puppet for what's actually changing. He's just the face of it because I think Trump likes how he looks, dead ass.
Okay, so these are military readiness things that they were talking about. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't. We can talk about that later.
All right, here we go. Sorry, you do. Wait, my screen's still fucked. What? There we go. Glitched. All right, here we go.
Trump is saying nothing to see here because he wants power and doesn't want Democrats to get power.
But he's losing so much political capital and power by doing so. Yes, he is. Absolutely, he is.
No one actually cares.
This will affect the midterms, in my opinion. It will.
I doubt it.
There's a lot of people that are libertarians that never voted in this last election that only voted for him, that were in the middle because he came out and his staff came out and said, we're going to release everything.
But barely anyone's talked about Epstein since Kirk got
because
shot.
you guys you're completely discounting the fact that the average American person, again, we have huge crises that were happening that were now being solved by this administration. There is when you have a family that couldn't afford groceries, you have seniors on fixed income, you have families whose children have been killed by illegal immigrants. There are things that
there's children also being abused. There's children being hurt and abused in the thousands.
Does not live in this world.
Yeah.
But it's
they don't.
And there's
so you're saying someone has a hard time with bills, so thousands of children getting hurt here is like
there's so much
Kathy
to this story.
Kathy? Who the hell's
Kathy Newman, so you're saying argument? No. I'm saying we should have these documents released. Trump has botched this miserably. Yes. However, the obvious reason why Trump is withholding them is because he wants to maximize political power by any means to go up against the deep state. He does.
I disagree with that. I think that's an assertion. I think that's very favorable.
I think you would. Didn't they call that evil?
Thinking.
Earlier, you said it wasn't for blackmail.
Timmy's making it up as he goes. I say
his own earlier point.
I say play this exchange out. Here we go.
miserably. However, the obvious reason why Trump is withholding them is because he wants to maximize political power by any means to go up against the deep state.
By any means
I disagree with that.
There's also
I think that's
so
an
much
assertion.
more
I think
that
that's
we don't
very
know.
favorable.
What do you disagree about?
I think that's very favorable thinking.
What do you disagree
I
about?
think that's giving him the benefit of the doubt. That's giving him favorable thinking. He could change. He could change
Trump is protecting
the
pedos
political
from
landscape
political
of this
power? How is
country.
it beneficial
Yes,
to Trump?
because the pedos haven't been held accountable. Because there's
Why
pedos who
does
hurt
that
children
benefit
who
Trump,
are
Luke?
still out there.
Why does that benefit Trump?
That the pedos are still out there? I have no
why?
freaking clue.
Because he gets stuff from them. Because they give him money.
Yeah,
Because he uses
Damn.
that.
Yeah,
Because he wants to defeat the deep state and doesn't care what.
Isn't that a bigger reason for you to cover this topic, Timmy? If you think that. I don't even think that necessarily. But what Timmy's saying by his own logic would mean like you should be covering this like every second of every day. On a moral level, not on a political one. I agree. All right, here we go.
Because the pedos haven't been held accountable. Because there's pedos who hurt children who are still out there.
Why does that benefit Trump?
That the pedos are still out there? I have no freaking clue.
Because he gets stuff from.
Josh, I beg you.
Oh my God.
I beg you in my life.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Guys again. Here we go.
I think that's very favorable.
What do you disagree about?
I think that's very favorable thinking.
What do you disagree
I think that's giving him the benefit of the doubt. That's giving him favorable thinking. He could change. He could change
Trump is protecting
the
pedos
political
from
landscape
political
of this
power. How is
country.
it beneficial
Yes,
to
because the pedos haven't been held accountable. Because there's
Why
pedos who
does
hurt
that
children
benefit
who
Trump,
are
Luke?
still out there.
Why does that benefit Trump?
That the pedos are still out there? I have no
why?
freaking clue.
Because he gets stuff from them. Because they give him money.
Yeah, I'm
because
sorry.
he uses that.
Yeah,
because he wants to defeat the deep state and doesn't care what evil things he does to get it.
Well, now you're making an argument.
Let it play for a second. Let it
it's
play for a
okay
second.
that children were hurt here for
making
political
an
power.
argument that it's okay. What are you
And
talking
I'm
about?
saying-
I said
I'm
it should
saying-
be released. I'm saying the obvious motivation that Trump has as administration is he doesn't want these people to get back in power. He doesn't want to go to prison. He doesn't want his friends and lawyers to go to prison, and he doesn't care how he wins. When you are talking about war, they say all is fair in love and war. And so there's a simple motivation. Trump says there's a lot of powerful people in there who are going to get hurt by this. And what does that mean? It means he's probably getting something from them in some capacity. Donations, resources.
Oh my God, my internet died again. Can you hear me? Oh my God, I fucking shit died again. It actually died again. Oh fuck! Or am I trolling? Can anyone hear me? Yeah, my internet died again. Fuck my life, dude. Well, YouTube, you're stuck with me again. For at least a little bit. It is what it is. Wait, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
No,
All right.
here.
Other shit back. It's back. It's okay. It's fine.
Anybody else want to respond to that before I get into that?
Thumbs down this fucking channel, bro. The whole channel.
Holy fuck!
Not the
As you're
video.
playing your whatever the fuck you're playing in my background. His production thing is terrible. It plays like the Giants game, shitty ass Giants in my background. All right, here we go.
Or at bare minimum, he fears that
Hold
if
on,
it's
hit
released will
pause.
cause damage to someone like Bill.
God.
What he said there was, I get stuff from the pedos to fight the deep state.
He's
Just so
basically
we're all
he's
clear,
saying
that's
Alex
what Tim
Jones.
Pool just said.
Yeah, I know. He said the Alex Jones thing that was, I guess, dismissed originally by Timmy, but now it's a thing. Meaning, okay, honestly, what I think Timmy does is he will use whatever means necessary to make sure that Trump walks away as better than someone else or the good guy. I think.
The necessary evil. He did call him evil.
He didn't say that. I got it
Yeah, he
twisted.
did.
No, he didn't. I understand
He
Luke's
did.
logic.
No.
And
Tim
going with
Pool
it.
called Trump evil. He said it was a necessary evil. By any means necessary.
It's not the same thing.
Okay.
As in, he's trying to stop the real evil, which is the bad guy Democrats So thus, he has to actually do some shady things to make sure they don't get in power. Is what Timmy's saying, right? That's his logic. I'm pretty sure.
Evil.
They're extra evil. He will do evils in order to stop the actual real evil, which is far left, Antifa, leftist, Democratic Party.
He'll work with the pedos to fight the deep state.
Listen, Dubster, sometimes kids have to be abused. Make our country great. You know what I'm saying?
Again.
Listen, Trump is fighting the deep state. The left, I mean. So, I'm hitting play. Here we go.
Friends and lawyers to go to prison, and he doesn't care how he wins. When you are talking about war, they say all is fair in love and war. And so there's a simple motivation. Trump says there's a lot of powerful people in there who are going to get hurt by this. And what does that mean? It means he's probably getting something from them in some capacity, donations, resources, or otherwise, and he wants to use that. And whatever that means. Or at bare minimum, he fears that if it's released, it'll cause damage to someone like Bill Gates, who may actually do something that benefits him.
I wonder if when he went to Ghislaine in prison and he was like, okay, first she came out and said, Trump never did anything on this, and then they moved to minimum security. I wonder if she gave him the other part of the puzzle, so now he has all the info for the blackmail.
Favorable treatment for Ghislaine Maxwell also is a very bad look here, okay? Editing the footage, also a very bad look here. Lying to the American people, treating us like we're stupid is a very bad look here. If that's the actual case here, they should just say it. It's like, listen, this country's run on blackmail. This is what's happening here.
Stop
and they used it against us, so we're going to use it this time.
Let me ask
so
you
that's what should have been said here.
Do you believe that there is a current political war between the left and the right?
Of course. Yeah. And an intel agency war as well. That also has them involved.
What do you think will happen if
that
Democrats
thrive off
win
of
back
blackmail?
Power?
What's going to happen?
What do you think will happen if Democrats win back power?
They're going to do what they always did.
Like what?
They're going to. They're not going to win the presidency.
No. I'm saying.
Also, why wasn't it released when they were in power?
Let me ask you a question. What happens when they win the Congress, when they win the House, the Senate, and the presidency? What will they do?
They'll put military on our streets. They'll essentially like citizen castrate us for our free speech. They'll definitely bomb Venezuela. They'll do that for sure. They'll help Israel destroy Gaza. They'd probably bomb Somalia too.
Open the war.
They would help Ukraine against Russia. They might crack down on immigration, actually, Dubster. But except for the ones that work in hospitality for cheap labor, they might leave those guys alone. Oh wait, that's the Trump administration, like to a T. That's literally his administration. So what will they do in power? They'll hide the Epstein stuff? What's happening right now? Stop it. Get the fuck out of here.
They'll put Republicans on watch lists. They'll watch us through our taxes. They'll hunt for us through the church. If you're a church member, that's the wrong kind of church.
Oh, okay.
Put you on lists.
Oh, okay. They'll advocate for digital IDs
increase
and stuff
taxes.
like that. Okay.
Yeah, they'll go for digital ID too. Both sides would do that.
Oh, lovely. Thank God Trump's not doing any of that. Brilliant.
Oh, they would also support the Ukraine war. They would stand by and do nothing for the Israel-Gaza thing.
No, they'll help the business class invest in the Gaza territory to make smart cities and shit like that. Can't wait.
They'll do more re-education stuff for people.
Oh, really? Okay. I mean, but we're getting that. So, like, what's the difference?
Which side gets to re-educate who?
I don't think there's a benefit, actually. I think you're getting, like, an overt version of what you were already going to, like, probably going to get anyways. But a more overt, I'll say that. I'll be fair. It is what it is. All right.
More bombing of small countries, either side.
Yeah, Trump's doing that too. He's bombing all over the fucking place. He's gonna kick up
Then
with Yemen very soon.
And the Zimbabwe thing happened under Biden.
No, Trump was actually moving deeper and deeper into Africa during his 4 years.
Yep. You know this, Dubster. I don't know why you're acting like you don't.
No, I just saying, when did the Zimbabwe thing happen? Like
You could say a thing, like an event that happened, but then there's like the actual geopolitical implications, which that goes over time.
Hundreds of years.
Yep.
Sure. I can't really say an event that happened, but these things have been playing out for a very long time. The whole Trump didn't start any new wars, which I think, had to guess, Luke was touting around probably. Timmy was definitely touting that around, especially about with Afghanistan. He's like, "Oh, see, look, Trump's gonna."
They moved from saying starting wars to ending wars. Like Trump didn't start any wars. Now it's like, well, he's ending wars.
But Timmy did his whole thing with Afghanistan of like Trump was trying to get us out, and now the guy announces he wants to go back in.
Yeah. What did he say? He said, they better let us have that fucking airbase back.
Yeah, because of, I guess, Chinese weaponry or something's in the area, or Chinese nukes are in the area.
Bro, we want the fucking control of the opium. That's what it really is.
Well, we never never truly
America
leave
wants to control. Huh?
You're saying I don't know if it's opium or not.
It's fentanyl now, dude. They don't care about opium anymore.
I just know we never actually leave areas. We minimize our presence might be the word that's typically used.
That's perfect phrasing.
But I don't think we ever leave, honestly. And
so we left some people behind for Afghanistan?
There's always people left behind, whether they're in uniform or not. Someone's left behind to keep an eye on the territory for whatever reason. It could be resources. It could be quote-unquote strategical positions. Yada, yada, yada. That's just on the books. Underneath the books, I have no clue, but I can imagine. I'll say that.
I just remember hearing all the time how, soldiers for America were saying, yeah, we went to the opium fields in Afghanistan. We were going to burn them down. But then some superior officer said, you see that mercenary? He's there to protect that opium farm. And he works for us.
That's been talked about quite a bit, or like witnesses or people that were part of that, of like, yeah, we're sitting out here guarding poppy fields. But actually, I watched a video very recently of someone saying that, of a veteran, a special forces guy, of like, yeah, we're out there doing bullshit. It's like, and they were like kind of joking about the statements that are said on TV.
It said something like 80% of the world's heroin comes from Afghanistan.
I've heard that years ago. I don't know if that's the case anymore. I have no idea, but I've heard that. I heard that.
Well, apparently the
Taliban
burned it all down. Taliban burned it all down. They were against it.
But they were doing that before the invasion, right? Before U.S. intervention. Well, sorry.
Yeah.
Before direct U.S. intervention. I'm sure we were already involved in that as well, considering the Soviets in Afghanistan and all that shit. But I think they were known for like burning down fields and shit like that before the U.S. officially invaded, quote unquote. Whatever. All right, we're here. Let's keep watching this, I guess. Here we go.
And an intel agency war as well. That also has them involved.
What do you think will happen if
that
Democrats
thrive off of blackmail?
Power?
What's going to happen?
What do you think will happen if Democrats win back power?
They're going to do what they always did.
Like what?
They're going to. They're not going to win the presidency.
No. I'm saying.
Also, why wasn't it released when they were in power?
Let me ask you a question.
Make them answer.
What happens when they win Congress, when they win the House, the Senate, and the presidency? What will they do?
Probably
in regards to what?
I mean, I was going to make an argument about Ukraine, but Trump's already kind of being egregious about Ukraine too.
So what are they going to
do? See, that's Luke. It's called Luke talking back. Finally, but even then, it's still kind of Say it directly, man. There's no questions about what you're saying. But here we go.
Probably. I mean, I was going to make an argument about Ukraine, but Trump's already kind of being egregious about Ukraine too.
So what are they going to
do? Try to implement socialism.
They're going to open the border
to
20 to 40
it's
million.
So fucking stupid. Either you're full of shit or you're brainwashed dupe. Like, who said
God, what an awful job that Luke has, I've got to say.
How is that your answer for all
Having
this?
to fucking argue with this dolt.
How is that the answer to all this? I'm wrecked by that, man. It's like, fuck communism, fuck socialism, fuck capitalism. It means nothing if a crook is the guy or gal fucking running the thing, right? It means nothing if there's a crook at the head of it. Or a team of crooks at the head of it. It means nothing at that point, right? It's not about the system at that point. It's about, like, yo, these people are lying to us. That's why things get fucked. But if you don't diagnose that, then, like what do? You blame a system for all of this? Are you saying these guys are genuinely like, all right, we need to, like, steal power to bring in socialism and communism? Like, no! Like, for anyone who's actually, like, talked to a quote-unquote socialist or communist, no! Or the other side talking to quote-unquote capitalists, no! Their ideas and, like, yeah, we need to, like, take over this company, take over that company, by whatever means, and run it from our perspective. And be corrupt and lie about it while we're doing it. No one says that as their idea of a system. Or for some reason, these guys aren't eliminating that from the fucking equation as, like, this can't be around, period. And then we'll figure out what the next thing is. Maybe you favor capitalism, maybe you favor communism or socialism, whatever the fuck. The point is, like, when there's corruption in the room, when the idea is the Epstein case of people abusing children, what the fuck does it matter at that point? Like, what? That means nothing here. Unless you're Timmy, trying to have a reason to support this or support that. And if you're Luke dumbfuck Rutkowski, yeah, then you'll... Well, the Democrats are here to bring in socialism and communism. Like, come on. Like, what are we doing, dude? How are we this stupid? Is Timmy grinning? I don't know. Here we go.
Ukraine, but Trump's already kind of being egregious about Ukraine too.
So what are they going to
do? Try to implement socialism.
They're going to open the border.
So are they being legit, but Trump being corrupt?
They're going to finalize the criminal charges against Trump, which are still pending, arrest him, and put him in prison. They're going to go after his lawyers. They're going to arrest Bannon. They are going to go after everyone like they did the J6ers. They have shown us that they are capable, willing, and they will do it. This is
based on these standards that you guys keep talking about. By your standards, Bannon, Trump, these guys should actually be in jail by your standards. But then again, they've changed the standards and people fell for it. Here we go.
This is not a defense of Trump's handling of the Epstein files, because my position is Massey and Ro Khanna are correct in doing this. I also, however, recognize the underlying motivation that Trump has in almost everything he does is to make sure that he defeats the Democrats and they never regain power. Hence, mass deportations and instructing his DOJ to go after these ballot harvesting schemes and mail-in ballots. If we defeat them there, they will not regain power in this current form. Democrats may win in the if their party changes.
He will not regain
and
power.
They actually start getting rid of the lawfare.
You're fine with
I
that,
believe, based on what we've already seen, like the arrest of Steve Bannon,
I don't care if I'm talking over
like the arrest of Trump's lawyers in multiple states, the false criminal charges, the false rape, civil.
He's right on. The other's right on some of this, but it doesn't matter.
Dubster, is Timmy a shell? What do you think?
I thought you said chill.
No, a shell. My bad. I said shell, but you didn't hear me. Is Timmy a shell?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
But
let that be a lesson, audience.
He is right on this stuff, but it is not worth sacrificing going after child molesters to take money from the child molesters to fight the so-called deep state, as if they're two opposite things, and you would choose the pedophiles over like this and whatever you're calling the deep state for today.
But Dubster, that's you honestly challenging his logic, right? Versus, is he trying to be logical, or is he trying to sell something to us? What do you think?
He is pitching the idea that Republicans do know and fear. Yes.
Is he selling us something, or is he saying an honest opinion about something? What do you think?
He's saying give up the Epstein case so that Trump can stay in power, or the Republicans can successfully control elections so they can gerrymander and the Democrats will never win again. So you don't have to worry about the threat of what Democrats do to us Republicans.
Is Timmy doing that honestly?
Honestly, that's what Timmy's doing. I cannot say Timmy's doing this anything honestly.
That is your number one fucking joke of all time. That is number one right there. Timmy's honestly saying that.
That's amazing.
That's brilliant. All right, here we go. A little bit more than
case in New York, the raid on his home, the 20-year sentences for Proud Boys who weren't even in D.C. at the time.
Proud Boys.
If
he's still bitching about the motherfucking Proud Boys,
they will do everything to destroy you and me and everyone else. So that being said, Trump has mishandled this. And by his mishandling, and Dan and Dash, there is no other position but sorry guys.
Man pride.
Ro-Kana, Massey. Roll.
Well, I think the bill. A position of you have the blackmail, so let's use it. I mean, I understand that position.
That's not necessarily what he's doing. I think a lot of people make that argument, and it's entirely possible. I'm giving a much more simple argument in that collateral damage will hit powerful business magnates that provide resources to Republicans in some way.
If you deserve to fail because of your associations to predators and your association to hurting children and going to islands where children were hurt, you deserve to fail.
I don't think so.
And I think those institutions need to fail. Those institutions need to help. And guess what? The economy is going to be. The economy is already a Ponzi scheme.
I don't care about the economy. Right? Let me ask you this:
do
you think any top-level Democrats were involved in child trafficking?
Absolutely, 110%.
Do you think they will increase that when they win again?
What do you mean increased child trafficking?
Do you think they will bring back Epstein Island once they're back in power?
There's probably already a second one already that
exists. And who do you think's running it?
The CIA.
Do you think when these people have the power of law behind them again, it will get worse?
Yeah.
Welcome to war. There is no easy answer. Of course. We know that if they get power, it's going to go 100-fold because we know that they were trafficking kids to the poor, and Trump put his
realizing why I was so into this video.
Yeah, Luke, why aren't you more passionate about the thousands of little kids that get sex trafficked and labor trafficked at the southern border? Complete silence about everything that happened in the invasion, but
there was no complete silence. I was actually talking about that a lot.
Okay, but then how come? Why isn't the focus also on the horrific things that happen? And this, I will say,
that doesn't excuse thousands of children being put on islands and hurt here. That doesn't excuse that,
of course
right?
not. But it is very sensationalized.
Charlie Popham.
So Tim's back at. Earlier he said Trump's not blackmailing. But now he's saying he's using the list in the sense of just maintaining our front on this battlefield. So it's not blackmail, but it's a tool.
To save the stock markets. Oh wait, to stop the Democrats.
Yeah.
Or both. It's scrambled brains, essentially. It's your brains on whatever drug you want to pick out, bro. Whatever that is, it's that. And he wants people to buy into it as he uses his gaming laptop and lollipop sodas to tell you about the world and the way you should think.
Does it really say lollipop on his fucking soda?
I'm making a guess.
See
I
pop.
see OLIPOP. I assume there's an L in the front of that. Timmy loves L's. I assume it's lollipop. Okay.
Lollipop.
Either
That's
way,
a fucking drink, huh?
I have to keep going, man. I have to actually keep going because let's keep going. Here we go.
Why isn't the focus also on the horrific things that happen? And this, I will say,
that doesn't excuse thousands of children being put on islands and hurt here. That doesn't excuse that,
of course
right?
not, but it is very sensationalized.
There's a trolley problem question for you.
Sensationalized.
You have a government that is not currently trafficking children.
How is that
They have
sensational?
evidence that some people did. If the evidence, and it's hypothetical, I'm not saying it's literal what's happening. If the evidence is released, that political party loses power to sex traffickers. Those sex traffickers will get into office and then traffic children. Is that preferable for you?
I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think
Here comes the trolley. Here comes the trolley.
Conditional hypothetical. Can you answer it?
Yeah, if you give me that hypothetical.
Traffickers evidence.
Forgive me. Here comes the trolley car experiment through Tim Pool, one of the dumbest people I've ever heard talk. He's going to bring up the trolley car. He's going to like pretend to grill Luke on this. I think Luke is kind of dumb on plenty of topics and plenty of statements, and his thumbnails are horrendous. But Timmy, this dumb fuck Timmy's going to grill him on this shit. And I find it immaculate. It's chef kiss. Here we go.
Hurt here. That doesn't excuse that,
of course
right?
not, but it is very sensationalized.
There's a trolley problem question for you. You have a government that is not currently trafficking children.
Yes.
They have evidence that some people did.
It's not true.
If the evidence, and it's hypothetical, I'm not saying it's literal what's happening.
Okay.
If the evidence is released, that political party loses power to sex traffickers. Those sex traffickers will get into office and then traffic children. Is that preferable for you?
That made no sense.
I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's a
not
likely
the question,
scenario.
Luke. It's called a conditional hypothetical. Can you answer it?
Yeah, if you give me that hypothetical, sure, I guess, but I don't think it's probable at all. I don't think that's realistic.
That's not what
at
I
all.
asked.
I think exposing the predators in our society who are still out there walking in the streets, hurting more children now as we speak because they have the means and the ways and the money and the influence to do so, and we excuse that as a country is something that, of course, we voted against this last election. We were promised justice. We were promised that we were going to actually hold these powerful people accountable who pull the strings in Washington, D.C., that they were finally going to have a reckoning because we're going to stop them from being lawless, right? We were going to say we're going to be a country of law and order, right?
So you're taking the position, you're taking the deontological position.
He's taking.
It doesn't matter if a million people die based on your actions if your actions save one person. That's the deontological approach.
You're playing all this.
Timmy, I'm telling you, Timmy's a little dumbass, bro. I should call him Dimmy, actually. Dimmy's a little fuckface, dumb fuck. Yeah, I think he's abusing words he learned on YouTube or something, some shit like that, bro. Sorry. All right, here we go.
Your actions, if your actions save one person.
Oh my god. God.
I can't figure out like a realistic. How does Tim think arresting the pedophiles is gonna like lose power for the Republicans?
Because his actual logic is, if you showcase all these powerful people being involved in some shit like this, that means kind of, yeah, end of the world type thing.
So then the Democrats will win because of a bad economy?
I assume he's going to go with the mainstream, right? Didn't he say this? The mainstream, even if it's like 300 quote unquote leftists, but 6 Republicans, that means that'll be abused.
The rights, the rights imagination or fantasy or fanatical like vision of this is there's probably like 50 to 60 Democrats at the House and Senate level, and there's probably like 10 Republicans, and that's just fanatical and imagination. We don't know.
But the Democrats are abusive, and they'll take advantage of just the 10 Republican names. Or what I thought he said like 6 or something like that, but either way, it's like they'll abuse the names that are said and turn it into something else because they are all powerful, but also Aren't they under Trump's
So
thumb
you're
in
going to lose
regards
50
to
to
this
60
topic?
seats. Yeah.
No,
And then when they get prosecuted, they be arrested, and so then you lose 50, 60 seats. So I guess you extend that imagination to they'll replace them with more extreme Democrats, because why would people want? So some reason people would get extra wanting to vote on the Democrat side to replace them with, I guess, more radical Democrats.
I'm pretty sure
I don't get the logic.
There is no logic, because I'm pretty sure the assumption that like the idea of Trump releasing the Epstein list was like, okay, he's going to showcase all these Democrats, is a reason that maybe some people voted for Trump in the first place, right? They're like, okay, that means like Trump's not a part of it, and he's going to expose the guys that are. Thus, I'm voting for Trump in regards to that topic, right? Or whatever topic, right? Oh, Democrats are going to go to war, Trump won't. So, thus I support Trump. Meaning the majority of people are already on the side of doing the thing that you would consider a right thing to do. But instead, Trump has to trick people to not rebel and pitchfork maybe the 4 Republicans that's on the Epstein thing or something like that, whatever the idea is. But yeah. Let's be honest. Let's not bullshit, right? What Timmy's doing, he's obfuscating and he's running around the fucking idea of the matter for the sake of creating room for Trump to be legit, and I guess Luke to be either wrong or in question as far as the ideas he's saying. That's kind of the point, I think. And it's if I was Luke, I'd be disgusted. I'd be like, "What the fuck you trying to do with me, bro? The fuck you." Or be like, yo, I thought we were friends. What the fuck you doing? Whatever the scenario is, but I'd be like a little bit wrecked if I was Luke. I'd hold a conversation if Luke is legit himself. I'll say that. But, maybe he's a pussy. Here we go.
These powerful people accountable who pull the strings in Washington, D.C., that they were finally going to have a reckoning because we're going to stop them from being lawless, right? We were going to say we're going to be a country of law and order, right?
So you're taking the position, you're taking the deontological position. It doesn't matter if 1 million people die based on your actions if your actions save one person. That's the deontological approach.
You're playing all this hypothetical.
No, it's called moral
scenarios.
philosophy.
You're saying if we release the Epstein list, Democrats are going to win.
I'm saying
that's not what's going to happen.
Event, what would your position be?
What was the hypothetical again?
This is a classic trolley problem. Right now, the reporting that we have is that Trump doesn't want to damage his resources behind the scene by exposing them in the Epstein files. We don't know that that's the case. So once again, I am in favor of Thomas Massie and Ro Khanna's resolution to release it because Trump and his team have mishandled this. And I'm not saying it is definitive that this keeps Trump in office. I am bringing up the point that you have an absolutist approach where you're saying it doesn't matter what happens, do it anyway.
Yes, because of how egregious all the crimes are.
If you pull the trolley lever, you will kill 1 million people. And if you leave it where it is, you kill 1.
It's not related to.
You can increase the number.
I'm saying pull the lever where we actually have a government that represents us and isn't run on blackmail, which we deserve. Let's have a government.
I actually think right now, for the most part, we don't.
A better answer.
I think the Trump administration winning has routed the deep state in numerous ways, and it's exemplified every day in the action, especially with Comey being indicted and the pardons of J6ers and
when I say Alex Jones is full of shit, and then you hear Tim Pool saying the exact same things, exact same talking points. Now you know. Congratulations. I'm hitting play.
Has routed the deep state in numerous ways.
Oh, yeah.
And it's exemplified every day.
You're not going to talk about that 1 million to 1 trolley car?
And the pardons of
Let him go. Let him spin. Let him spin.
Yes, but that's not related to.
You're saying pull the lever.
I'm saying pull the lever where we actually have a government that represents us and isn't run on blackmail, which we deserve. Let's have a government.
I actually think right now, for the most part, we don't. I think the Trump administration winning has routed the deep state in numerous ways, and it's exemplified every day in the action, especially with Comey being indicted and the pardons of J6ers And don't forget, every day, Cash and Dan are locking up predators, and it's one of their biggest focus.
All right.
It's a big focus of theirs that the Democrats didn't have.
Yeah,
So
what are the reasons why a lot of people have these Charlie conspiracy theories? Because the FBI has lost all trust and legitimacy. And they're saying the FBI lied to us about Epstein. They're probably lying to us about Charlie right now.
Agreed.
So they're spreading the theories.
We all agree here that they've mishandled the Epstein case.
But all of this, though, we have to also remember that sentiment from the American
she's
people
gonna make this make sense
in the last 4 years or whatever. Like, this has been a long time. Look at JFK. I mean, this it's fine to ask questions. I don't I don't want to live in this world where
you can't hear. You want to hear this,
and you can't be passionate about what you believe and all this stuff. But at the same time, so that sentiment didn't happen over the last, just because of this FBI and this administration. This stuff has been going on, if not worse. Like, I actually I trust
why do we have to continue it?
These guys. Like, I trust my president. I trust this.
Dumb guy logic answers the question. Like, hey, why do we have to keep doing this though? Well, anyways, they made inside out Oreos, okay? There's vanilla on the outside and chocolate on the inside, okay? Fuck. Can't let this happen in Florida. Sorry.
Here. Please tell me it's Broward County. It's gotta be Broward County where she's going.
Why do we have to continue it?
These guys. Like, I trust my president. I trust this FBI and doing what they need to be doing.
Do you think they told you to?
Sheriff Israel needs a new person to talk to.
I want to hear Luke's question, because she's doing the talking point lines right now of I trust this president. Although before she came off as like what? Kind of like, I want the truth. I want, the answers to these things. I want, things that people would say, right? But now she's like, I trust my president. I trust the FBI. I trust, like, wait a minute. I thought it was about your constituents. Where'd that go? It's almost like maybe Luke said too much. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he said too much.
Yeah.
And Luke is going to push back, I believe.
She hasn't done it yet. Yeah, she hasn't done it yet.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Here we go.
I'm waiting.
Here we go.
All this stuff, but at the same time, so that sentiment didn't happen, over the last, just because of this FBI and this administration. This stuff has been going on, if not worse. Like, I trust.
So why do we have to continue it?
These guys. Like, I trust my president. I trust this FBI and doing what they need to be doing.
Do you think they told you the truth about the Epstein list?
I think that we
yes
need
or no?
to.
Did they tell you the truth?
It's not as simple. But you're talking about like legislation. You're talking about.
No, I'm asking you a question.
So
when Trump says it's a Democrat hoax, do you believe him?
There is so much more to the entire story that we here at this table we are not privy to.
No, Trump's
that's
wrong.
And that's.
It's not a Democrat hox. He doesn't know how to handle this. That's
and I think like Trump is also just he gets really frustrated with.
According to Timmy, Trump is doing the right thing. Except he doesn't know how to handle like the PR of it. But he's doing like something worthy.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
And Luke's like, well, he's like, listen, can you are they doing this thing right in your opinion? Yes or no? Well, I think listen, Trump has nice shoes.
So much more than
He's kind of tall,
So much more than that.
There's nuance that you don't understand. No, I'm asking you personally. Is this okay or not? Do you want peanut butter or jelly? Or neither? Give me an answer. Well, sometimes, peanut butter could be seen as jelly, and jelly could be seen as peanut butter. Like they go together so well, And Timmy, go ahead, Timmy. Or sorry, Frankenstein. Fuckface Frankenstein. Please answer this. Save all of them.
Or to the entire story that we here at this table we are not
nuance
privy to.
Of planet Earth, and
it's not a Democrat hoax. He doesn't know how to handle this. That's
and
he
I
saves
think
her.
like, Trump is also just he gets really frustrated with people that aren't trusting the plan. I know it sounds like a cliche, but it's true. And to be fair to Trump's point, is after the Epstein thing was completely botched, which I mean I'm a Trump guy. I'm fully willing to admit.
Nothing's needed other than Ian staring at him as he's talking. Watch Ian stare at this guy as he's talking. That's all I'm here for, okay?
Well, yeah, and I think
Watch this shit.
Trump is also just he gets really frustrated with people that aren't trusting the plan. I know it sounds like a little cliche, but it's true. And
That's amazing. Thank you.
He
for
looks
pointing
like
that out.
is after the
looks
Epstein
like a
thing was
15th
completely
century
botched, which I mean, I'm a
painting.
Trump guy. I'm
He's
fully
posing
willing
for
to
it.
admit it was not handled very well.
He
Polling
does.
didn't really budge. Like,
Yep.
the vast majority of Americans are not online.
It's
They're
funny.
watching Fox News. If you watch Fox News, that's why Bondi and Trump are so confused.
Most people are not online watching Fox News. I is who the fuck is this guy? Who is that again? Okay,
Yeah, and
there
I
we
think
go.
like Trump is also
This
just
is horrifying.
He gets really frustrated with
I'm here
people
for
that
Ian
aren't
again.
trusting the plan. I know
Pose.
it sounds like a little cliche, but it's
Shakespearean pose.
And to be fair to Trump's point is after the Epstein thing was completely botched.
did say something.
I'm fully willing to admit it was not handled very well. Polling didn't really budge. Like, the vast majority of Americans are not online. They're watching Fox News.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Watch Fox News. That's why
What?
Trump are so confused
Yeah.
over why there's a segment of the right.
But
so
the
mad
middle
is
of
because
America that
it's
doesn't
not-
that isn't
No,
political
they don't.
sees
probably
this, and I think
60
you're
years
right.
old.
If you if they
What?
if you
What are
see
they
the polling,
Luke,
you would see in the
talking
polling.
about,
live
actually?
in an anarcho-libertarian Bitcoin world.
I don't know.
We've gone over the polling on the show like
Unbelievable.
700.
Right back over again. He's saying, okay. At first, I thought he was saying something different, but I guess he's saying they're not online. They're watching Fox News, which I thought was like the older crowd, right?
I thought. Apparently not.
60 something.
Isn't Tim Pool online? Isn't Tim Pool online?
Yes.
He is online.
Oh, okay.
Ironically enough, yeah.
Is he on Fox News?
Sometimes as a guest. Yeah, not as a featured show at all.
Oh, okay.
No.
Just wondering.
He's like,
Where are
no
we
one's,
seeing this
no
from?
one's watching us.
We're being censored, of course.
There we go.
No, he does not handle this. That's the
Well,
problem.
yeah, and I think like Trump is also just he gets really frustrated with people that aren't trusting the plan. I know it sounds like a little cliche, but it's true. And to be fair to Trump's point is after the Epstein thing was completely botched, which I mean I'm a Trump guy. I'm fully willing to admit it was not handled very well. Polling didn't really budge. Like, the vast majority of Americans are not online. They're watching Fox News. If you watch Fox News, that's why Bondi and Trump are so confused over why there's a segment of the right.
But
so
the
mad
middle
is
of
because
America that
it's not-
doesn't that isn't political
segment of the right.
sees this, and I think it does.
If you did, you would see it in the polling.
Luke,
You would see
Isn't
it in
Tim
the
Pool
polling.
blowing Fox News out the water?
I mean, on certain shows, for sure. 100%.
Okay.
But even
And
Fox
aren't a lot of
News.
Aren't a lot of shows blowing Fox News out of the water? That would be right leaning.
Who watches TV anymore?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like it's a dumb point they're making just to, I think, confuse people. But
I think even if they like Fox News personalities, they watch them on YouTube or Twitter or some shit like that. They're not watching them
or
on
like
TV.
listen to their podcasts. They
Exactly,
listen to their podcasts, like their offshoot podcasts, because they're all moving towards that if they haven't already done that move. Because no one watches TV.
Yep.
These companies have departments for this shit. Yes, they're 100% on fucking podcasts, iTunes, whatever, Spotify. They're already there. They know already. Not saying I don't know how popular it is on the internet, but I've seen plenty of clips of Fox News and MSNBC and CNN on the internet. I don't have cable anymore. I don't, but I still see CNN everywhere and fucking Fox News everywhere and MSNBC.
For example, of your mainstream media, including their internet feeds and stuff, their numbers are like Fox is at like somewhere around 3 million. The rest are under that. And
3 million. Say that again. Sorry, 3 million. Like what do you mean? Like total viewers for or simultaneous viewers? Concurrent viewers. Okay.
Live watching a show, and like their top show would be like.
And how old are they? Like, let's be honest, bro. No offense to older crowds.
Hold on.
Good. Sorry.
So it's just 3 million watching live. Not even getting into the breakdown of it for Fox News. And it's the highest of the network things. And that includes their online viewing numbers too. While just Alex Jones is like 40 million.
I don't know if he has 40 million. Jesus Christ, dude. I'm scared. That's not I don't want to hear that. 40 million? Christ's sakes. And is this a new number, Dubster, or was this like Tucker Carlson era? Because he was definitely getting some numbers as a Fox News guy.
This is like right now for probably 6 months.
Oh my God. Okay. Fair enough. 40 million for Alex? No, I don't believe it.
On all, it's watching an episode for him. It's not live. It's just throughout.
Okay, so people probably double back. That's still a lot. That's a lot of that's a lot of views, regardless. That doesn't count for everyone DVRing the fucking episode. Well, actually, no. Actually, because on Infowars, isn't it like you click and you watch
on everything,
but you can't rewind though, right?
On band.video, the feed to the actual website, but when it's on Twitter, you can rewind.
You can rewind, okay. Because that actually is a big deal. That's why like some of these content creators have like 5 fucking channels, because the replay value of like, if I click on an hour into Infowars, right, and I have to sit around and wait for the first hour, after I watch 2 hours go by, essentially, like that probably counts as views, right? So that's your kind of like fudging numbers in a way.
Yeah.
Or am I tripping?
I don't know.
Wait, what was your question?
Okay, like if you go on Infowars, right, but you're late. Let's say it's an hour into a broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
You watch the video. Okay, you're an hour late. You watch the next 2 hours, and let's say it reloops after that time period. Then it becomes
at the end. Yeah.
Thus, you stick around for the first hour because you missed it, right? Does that count as like another view added? Because
right, like what are the metrics? Like how are they measuring what like one view constitutes? Like how long do you have to be watching it for it to be a view versus not a view?
Yes, and the
all
idea
different kinds of metrics.
That plus the idea, like Jimmy Dore shit, the idea of like, fuck, I don't want to like, I can't rewind, so let me like show up initially, make sure I'm ready to watch it in the first place. Thus inflates views, because if you can like go DVR it later, you might I can miss this and then watch it later. Maybe don't even show up. Maybe you're like, all right, I'll watch this, a couple days from now. Versus like, I have to get there now because there is no DVR for this. It's one time and you're done. And then Jimmy cuts it offline and puts it on his membership thing, right? And you miss out on the episode. So who knows? But 40 million's like, that doesn't account for that. That's too many viewers. Way too many. I mean, when I see Candace having 250,000 concurrent viewers, but ends up with like 8 million views, maybe some shit like that. It's like, I thought that was a lot.
Jeez.
40 million is crazy. Yeah. That's crazy.
Scary.
And you can DVR Candace's shit. So I don't know.
And that's just main show Alex Jones Infowars. He's saying these numbers are. It's all coming from him too.
Yeah.
So how truthful is that? With all the ways that can be done, and he could be referring to a clip being shared, and he's the one sharing the clips.
Well, my guess is actually radio. I believe he has like radio syndication, right?
He's he's all 50 states. He's all 50 states.
I assume that's why. If he says that number, I think that's counted in for sure.
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, but who knows?
Okay.
Who knows?
But it's still blowing Fox out of the fucking water, and he is just one of the.
Yeah, I'm sure Rush Limbaugh
versions for the right.
But who knows? I don't know. I don't know. I don't have access to those numbers. I don't even care to know those numbers, honestly. But
what I wouldn't give to bring back Rush Limbaugh at this point. Fuck this. I'm just kidding, but fuck.
Rush Limbaugh was light compared to this shit today.
Yeah.
I wish Rush died a different way.
But he be Israel.
And
he be pro-Israel.
I know, but I wish he figured things out. But that was nowhere in sight for that guy from what I saw. But I don't want anyone dead, bro. Like, please, if I can figure shit out, then it's cool when you do. It's awesome. It's like a movie almost. Beautiful when people figure things out.
Little bitch. Be a man. Drop a fucking pair, bro. Some people gotta go.
Death is natural. I understand that, but at the same time, I wish people would figure things out before they go. In my humble opinion, not that I'm the master of what's right and wrong. I'm just saying, like, that'd be awesome if I felt more intellectual relation with Rush Limbaugh than the way he went out. But either way, okay.
There are things worth killing for.
That's not killing. He died from cancer, dude. That's not.
I'm not talking about him. I'm just talking about how you're like such a girl.
I'm such a girl.
Yeah.
Fucking
one day, Dubster, we're gonna meet in person. You can say that to my fucking belt buckle, you little man. Anyways.
Pause.
No pause. No pause. No
big
pause.
Big pause.
That was gay as
no
fuck, bro.
Pause.
You're gay, bro. You were fucking gay.
No pause. You little man. One day you'll find out. All right, let's continue. Here we go.
It was not handled very well. Polling didn't really budge. Like, the vast majority of Americans are not online. They're watching Fox News. If you watch Fox News, that's why Bondi and Trump are so confused over why there's a segment of the right that's
but
so
the
mad.
middle of America that isn't political sees this, and I think
if they did, you would see it in the polling.
Luke,
you would see it in the polling.
You live in anarcho-libertarian Bitcoin world. We've gone over the polling on the show like
now
700 times.
I live in Miami. That's where I live.
That's
okay,
Bitcoin world, right?
and I see a portion of the voter base that decided to vote for the first time.
By the way, Ian liked that.
What the?
That shows this.
Luke, you live in anarcho-libertarian Bitcoin world. We've gone over the polling on the show like 700 times.
I live in Miami. That's where I live.
That's
okay,
Bitcoin world, right?
And I see a portion.
Ian's like, that's right. Get him. Get him. Get him.
Of the voter base
that
decided to vote for the first time. And that base and a lot of Americans, even Americans that aren't politically inclined, have been talking about this. And this is an issue. And this is an issue that's very important for a lot of people.
But it's not important enough for any major pollster to actually consider in a campaign.
Who's doing all the posters? People who have still landlines and are picking up their phones.
No, you are completely wrong. I'm talking about his team. I'm talking about his consultants, people like Charlie Kirk, what he was doing. And I'm talking about people like Alex Brusewitz.
Charlie Kirk behind the scenes was saying release the Epstein list.
And I agree with that. My point is, this is not a principal issue for Americans, and the polling shows that. They mostly don't know what it is.
Why was Charlie Kirk then behind the scenes trying to work with Donald Trump to release the list, right? He saw this as an important issue because the young people did believe that this was an important issue.
This is an exaggeration, Luke.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
I think when it comes to Congress and things like that, I think your constituents,
here it comes,
their will
dumbest
matter with
fucking
something
shit
like this.
this
So
lady
I don't know
says.
about the influencer world and all this stuff. If people are working behind the scenes, I think ultimately when it comes to like legislation and things like that, again, if it's something that your people are asking about and all that, then okay, and then you have conversations. But you don't just sit there and look at what Twitter is saying. And there's a lot of BS out there. And I'm not saying that this situation is entirely BS.
We'll never ask you
out there that a lot of it is driven by sensationalism. And by the way, the Democrats love.
It's okay. Dubster just wants attention.
We got to jump to the next
stop giving him weapons. Just really quick, release the list.
And I'll get attention because I'll go get it.
I'm not going to fall for that stupid. I'm not going to fall for that. Like that's a stupid.
You said it.
Gotcha question.
It's not a gotcha. It's a simple question.
I'm not going to. It's just.
I've come to think like I trust Cash to lie about the right things, and some.
Did Luke hurt her campaign right there? Like, is she fucked now?
Wait, go back. Is that the fucking moment? Did I miss it?
Luke's like she's saying things, but Luke is like kind of throwing in like sidebars in the midst of it. It's like, oh, you don't need to do this, and
and all that, then okay, and then you have conversations, but you don't just sit there and look at what Twitter is saying. And there's a lot of BS out there, and I'm not saying that this situation is entirely BS, but there's a lot out there that a lot of it is driven by sensationalism, and by the way, the Democrats love this. They love
the Democrats.
We got to jump to the next
stop giving them weapons. Just really quick, release the list or not? Yes or no?
I'm not gonna. I'm like, there's no.
I'm not gonna answer that.
Like,
I'm
not
trying to
gonna
get a
fall
clear
for
answer
that
where you stand on the
stupid-
issue.
I'm not
It's either
gonna. I'm
yes
not
or
gonna
no.
fall for that. Like that's a stupid, like trying to gotcha
It's a
question.
simple-
that
it's
I'm
not a
just
gotcha,
not. I'm
it's a
not
simple
gonna.
question.
I'm not gonna. It's just.
I've come to
it's
think like
something
I
that's-
trust Cash to lie about the right things, and sometimes you use evil to create order, and that's how the world has always been. And sometimes
Trust Cash to lie about the right things.
I think the only answer you could actually have
I
is I'm
trust
not
Cash
sure.
to lie about the right things.
Because not giving an answer, people are going to accuse you of running, sniffing Trump's ass or whatever. But if the honest answer is honestly,
I want to see what my.
sure.
Well, I would want to see what
Here it is. Here it is.
my constituency would want.
running,
Dumbest
sniffing
shit
Trump's
in
ass
the
or whatever.
fucking world.
But if the honest answer is honestly,
I
want to
see what my. Well, I would want to see what the people, my constituency, would want.
Yeah.
If
Look
I
at this.
got,
We got to move.
We're going to jump to the next story instead of.
I think we know.
She said,
Wait, why is that the dumbest shit compared to the shit just said before? I have
Okay.
to know, why does that specific line? Because
should
anything
we
isn't that
prosecute?
quote supposed to do?
Should we expose and do something about pedophiles? Well, I think I need to ask my constituents about this instead of, is it the right thing to fucking do?
Is she a representative, or is that what she's running for?
She's running for something in Florida.
Okay, like a representative, right?
Yeah.
Something in
Right. So it would make
district.
sense that she would say a dumbass line like that, right? Because that's what she's running for. Like,
it's
right.
horrible
But
what she's
you're
saying.
telling me you would argue that's the dumbest thing in this whole video, though? I'm not even defending her. I just want to know why that specific thing is.
Just like to leave it to that she will not answer. Will she?
What does a
call
representative
for the
do? What does a representative supposedly do?
They're supposed to be like.
What's in the word representative?
Sir, I'm gonna ask you to tap out right now. She's gonna wreck your shit right now. I can see where this is going. Dubster, tap out now. Okay, do your thing.
Do you think her representatives are gonna be against releasing the Epstein list?
That wasn't a point.
It's not.
God.
Not the point.
She's gonna wreck your shit.
Why is that the dumbest thing? What is a representative? Yeah, my bad. I mean, what does a representative do? Supposedly, if we're going by the official
propose laws and get elected to represent. It's in the name, like you said.
It is indeed. So her saying an answer like that, which is what she'd want to see what her constituents. She'd want to see what her constituents want. I just don't understand why that's like. She says a lot of dumb shit. I just don't know why the thing that like that right there. I just didn't understand why that was dumb.
Would you? Okay.
I lost it.
Let's say you're elected as a representative.
Yep,
You've already gone through the whole process.
By the constituents, yes. By the constituents, yes.
Right. Would they be like, whoa, you're gonna go after pedophiles?
Not the. Why would they say that? Where are you getting that from?
Exactly. You don't need
no,
to
not
go
exactly.
To your
exactly. What is your point with that? Where are you trying to go with that little side point?
You don't need to go back and poll and see if they like that or not. Isn't it just the right fucking thing to do? And obviously they would support you.
But that's not why they're. That has nothing to do with her quote job. Somebody's not a representative because of doing the right thing. It's their quote supposed to represent what their people want. Their constituents.
I think Dubster's got a point there, though. That's a good point.
It's a point. I just don't know why the issue was. I just wanted to know why he thought that was the dumbest part. But go ahead, my bad.
She's been doing this the whole time, Dubster. So I don't know why you picked this one out.
That's why I want to know why he's so.
She's been dodging this. She's been dodging this whole time, right? So that being with, I can't answer this question. I need to see what my constituents would say. Is such a cop out. It's like,
well, duh. No shit. Look who you're listening to or watching. That's my point.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro,
This is the dumbest.
You
This
literally
is the
stated the
dumbest
most
moment in
obvious
this
thing.
video.
Wow, a politician said some bullshit. That's the dumbest thing. I'm just saying. We've heard a lot of dumb shit.
It is.
So I was just surprised.
I
Instead of it maybe just being like, oh, this bitch, you're really triggered by it. It's just interesting to me. That's all.
So if she says
That
this
is
out
true,
loud
dude.
in front of her,
No,
if she says
she's been
this
doing this the whole
out loud,
time, right? This lady has been doing this the
if she-
entire time we've been playing her.
if
Yeah,
she
Debbie, you
says
don't
this
get it.
out loud,
Oh, Debbie. I can't. I go no further. You're gonna ask you.
Like,
There's
you
not
could have
much
said
else I
this
can
about
say.
anything
Plus, I don't
else
want
she
to. I
said,
don't.
honestly.
If I
Allie,
keep
if
going,
she
I'm gonna
says
sound like
this
I'm
out,
arguing in favor of this woman. I'm not. I just really wanted to know, but I'll have to just
she
live with
says,
not knowing the answer to this question. It's okay. I'll be okay.
she says, if she says this out loud at City Hall, hey guys, do you want me to
Dude, that's not.
prosecute pedophiles? How many people are going to vote against that?
They're all going to say yes. I agree with you on that point. 100%.
Okay.
I do.
But why
So
are you voting?
why-
You're voting against it? Now, what do you do? I don't know. No, none of that.
Hold
No, I'm done.
on.
I'm done.
I get
All
his.
right, fine.
The part of the point he was going
Go ahead.
on, he's saying, like,
Fair enough. Go ahead.
he's like, yeah, listen, without anyone asking, she should know how, like, what the answer or the vote to do is right there. Like, it's like, it's not even like about like constituents. It's just like, hey, do we expose
It's
the
so
Epstein
simple.
files? It's like, you already know your audience wants, or sorry, your constituents already want that released. So there's no, like, I don't think there's any like quandaries about that, right?
Is she sure?
Especially in
I'm
Florida,
not sure
right?
she's sure. I'm not sure she even knows yet. I think she's gauging it.
And that's why it's the dumbest thing said in this video.
I don't think she's gauging,
Dumb?
bro. I think she knows. I think she knows, like...
Maybe she specifically isn't gauging, but somebody will be using that to gauge, in my opinion.
Okay, fair enough.
Regardless,
That's fair enough.
That's a different point.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. But it's like, I think she knows, like, I need to be looked at as good in regards to Trump and Trump's hardcore supporters.
Absolutely.
Which is why I'm on Timmy's program saying this shit. So that's whatever Trump wants, you know, like, he can't be in trouble no matter what. Like, Trump cannot get shit talked about him regardless. That's what it looked like to me.
I'd be interested to know where she's from in Florida, where she's like going, because it's very.
I don't know. It's my guess. I'm blind guessing.
Fucking terrified. I know Anna Paulina is my area, so I'm good.
I am not terrified. She could rule me anytime she wants to. Just make me.
That's what I mean, Jordan. You're being
MAGA.
honest about that. Dubster's pretending it's about other things, and he's like, "Oh, she's the dumbest thing." It's like, shut up. You think she's hot? It's okay. I just wish just be more transparent. It's just funny.
Listen, I will not sacrifice my principles for hotness. Okay. That lady is dumb as shit. I'm telling you right now. That lady's dumb as shit. Her ideas are dumb as shit. She sounds like a robot almost. And
There's a bunch of haters here. Don't make me defend this.
Listen.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
When 9/11 Luke outflanks you, we're not doing good. I'm saying that right now.
True.
And when Timmy has to come to your defense, you're also not doing very good. But I do understand the idea Dubster's going with. He just, I don't know. I think you're picking spots weird, Dubster. I think the whole thing was,
dude.
Because he knows there's no point.
That wrecked me the first time I heard that. I was just, are you fucking kidding me?
I did just kind of hijack that because it was just like that stuck out to me. Like, right on, okay, each their own. I mean, yeah, it was a dumb thing.
Oh,
she's been doing this the whole time, like Jordan.
Let's get
and be like looking over her shoulder and be like, hey, you see that guy robbing that place? Should we tell somebody?
Well, let's get crazy.
Not everybody's gonna say something. How do you?
True, but this lady, in
my
opinion, I think she's obviously full of shit.
It's the right thing to do.
Let's get crazy here. Is she set up as in, like, you're paid to just do this job right here, which is either run for office or be on Timmy's show or both, or maybe even win office, and you're just like, you got the phone call, like, yo, listen, you got to say shit like this versus someone else, right? I wonder if this lady is that. Any guesses?
Don't worry, bro.
It's not even about her,
TV.
honestly, but like, let's start out there. Anyways.
They're watching Fox News. She's in.
They're all watching Fox News, you know, and she smells like she's full of shit, but also being a politician
Absolutely.
at the same time. I think she's like.
I equate them as one and the same. Politicians are full of shit. Sorry, go ahead.
No, but Allie, that is hard to tell. Like when someone's doing like kind of campaigny, like kind of stump type of dialogue versus like someone who's just a paid, like, you're paid to say these things on camera in front of all of us.
What's
like,
different?
It's hard to
about the two?
there has to be a difference because one makes it in office, the other doesn't, right? So I
well, optically they're different, but I guess
but they sound so
okay.
similar.
All right. I've got to be such a fucking okay. I give up on that one. I don't know. I have no.
What do you think? Do you think this lady's
that is what I think. It's hard for me to go past it when it's just like they're. I mean, I think she's there. I don't know yet. I don't know why she's there. Is that what you mean? Like what? What do you mean? Like say the question again.
Well, I don't know enough about this lady, honestly, but I'm saying like there's the idea of like the politician who says the right things to get in office one day. There's that, right? Meaning they can even mean well and just repeat talking points to get in office one day. Versus like, you know, I've been set up from the very beginning to run for office or be on Timmy's show or both. Like I think there's a difference.
Okay.
Right? In my personal opinion, I think there's a difference to that.
Example?
Yeah, there's a difference. Absolutely. She's option 2, I would say. I would be leaning in that way.
Butt plug was placed in his position, right?
Say that from the beginning. Did you say Team Butt Plug? What'd you say?
Say it in adult fashion if you can.
Pete Buttigieg.
Pete Buttigieg. Okay.
Yeah, like he was the Manchurian candidate of that time.
Right? Okay. I get what you're saying there.
Like, and he was a robot. He got his lines, and remember he even fucking froze up. He got stiff and couldn't talk.
That means you were like, okay, damn. Let me try to explain this. Okay, that would mean that like they were like, in your narrative of it at least, is like he was built to be this thing in the first place, versus they tried this thing and they said you can't make it unless you do these things like this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I was asking, like, is there... Because either way, I think this lady's full of shit. But, like, what avenue do you think she came from? An avenue or boulevard? What do you think? Someone told me.
Boulevard. Definitely boulevard.
Dubster?
I don't get the question.
You were just saying that the Pete Buttigieg, right? Manchurian candidate. Guy created from the very beginning to be this thing, right? What was he like? Was he like he's naval, I think, right? Naval intelligence? No. I think he was naval intelligence
He was a mayor.
No, before being a mayor.
That was one thing. Like he was in the I don't know.
He was in the military in some form or fashion.
Yeah.
I forgot exactly which one. Yeah. He was intelligence. I don't know exactly which thing it was. I think.
Yeah.
And he became the mayor. Then he ran for, I guess, president. After that, and he looks like a plan. I get what you're saying. Yeah. He looks like a plan, right? I'm saying, is it a possible plant, this lady, or is it like she's genuinely tried? Then they're like, listen, the only way to make a kid is you got to do this. You got to sacrifice this. You got to do this. You got to kiss these babies. You got to, open up this new department store. You got to, go through the ringer.
She's compromising to get the job. She's not a Manchurian candidate.
That's the other idea. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, fine. That one. I guess I mean,
you can hear it in what she's saying. You can hear it in what she's saying in this interview. I can't fucking bend on this. I know I sound like my brain picks up on where I'm wrong, but I have to keep going down this fucking road.
That's why I'm asking.
I mean, I feel like she almost comes off at times just kind of like, yeah, not nervous, just it's like she's not really saying anything. Half of me knows because like if you don't really know what you're talking about, you're just going to talk about a lot of different other words because you don't. Because that's why I like dubster really quick because I like the point you were like what you pointed out to me or to us about that being the dumbest thing. To me, that was like the clearest thing she'd said, like the most direct thing compared to everything else I've heard so far, which is just like saying lots and lots of words.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't really know.
That's a different way of thinking of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just me.
Like she knows.
She's
God.
like my boss is my campaign manager, and he's gonna want me to crunch these numbers 32 times before I say anything.
Yeah, if she's running for something, she's gonna want to. Right.
Huh. Okay. I hear ya. My first take on it, I guess, is that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. But
fair enough. It is very dumb.
And she is doing this whole thing through the whole thing, non-answers, which is that's a skill.
Yeah.
But I don't see Candace Owens though, right? I'll be fair on that. Like Candace is like a fucking snake. She's cerebral, bro. She's a fucking snake, bro. She'll make it seem like
she's all
this is what I meant to say. It's like just says it. And I'm like, you just lied to me for like 3 minutes. What the hell, Candace? Like she could just do that. She seems more like she's thinking of like, what do I say here? Okay, I'll say this. It's could come off as clean, but I think it's a little bit more human. And versus Candace,
a lot of calculations running through your head at one time.
Candace is so fucking just like a fucking killer. She's just like, oh, this, then that, then this, then that. Why are you questioning me? Do you work for Israel? Do you work for she has a fucking thing going on, bro. Candace is just different, bro. She's a killer.
She's like a mind threader.
I watch her deal with Nick Fuentes. I'm like, oh my god, what am I watching? This lady is murdering him on camera.
It is a form of art. It's a form of art, which is scary, but it almost is. Not just her, just that way of.
It's a form of
weaving, threading.
Weaving. Christ. It's a form of creeping.
Hold my beer. I gotta go own the FBI. I gotta go.
Candace she doesn't flinch, bro. I'm telling you right now. That woman has no conscience. She does not flinch. Not even for a fucking second. I'm like, god dang it, bro. Someone check if the lights are on in Candace's fucking mind. Like, yo, is there a human in here somewhere? Yo, Candace, you can't just do this, Candace. She's like, I don't care. They insulted me. Got him. Like, just careless.
Yeah. If you arrest me, I get to present my evidence.
If I did something wrong, arrest me then. It's like, yo, you fucking psycho. Christ. All right.
Hey, Candace, we're cool, babe. No worries.
I know. Listen. Before I thought I could, I ain't fucking with Candace anymore, bro. I'm leaving her alone. Don't get anywhere near me. I will. I'll get garlic, a crucifix, and holy water, bro. Stay away from me, Candace. All right, let's play a little bit more. We're out of here. Here we go.
Arguing all day.
Oh,
this
we
is
go
a big
4
one.
hours on that.
From theblaze.com.
Okay.
China.
Absolutely. Never mind.
I gotta get up at 6.
They're on to the next story. I'm done with this.
Okay.
All right, guys. There's your video. Random shit. I love it. Please subscribe if you feel like. Comment, agree, disagree. There's a lot here, but I think the main point is Timmy's full of shit. The lady I don't know so well, so I leave room for a whole bunch of different possibilities, but Timmy himself, I've been watching for a long time, and he's full of shit to me. Luke has been full of shit to me as well, but hey, I'll leave room for everyone. Maybe he's actually, maybe he's fed up. Maybe he's fed up and he's challenging these guys, but who knows? I leave it to you guys to leave your ideas or cares or responses or rebuttals or whatever. please leave that in the comment section. Do not forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Also, check out the Discord link if you want to join that. All ideas, all opinions are welcome. No pornographic shit or no grotesquerie. But other than that, all welcome. And also, the sources for this video will be also in the description box. I think it's just like one video. Whatever. Check it out in the description box.
There's one video.
And with all that said, please give this video a thumbs down. Yeah.